right. Hello, everybody. We got 3 games tonight. Should be a good time. Once again, I'm joined by Cosmic. How you doing tonight, man?
Oh, little tired grinding homework, but happy to be here.
Yeah, I feel you there. I got 2 tests tomorrow to study for still tonight, so I got some homework to do too. But homework is not what we're focused on right now. Maybe a collegiate league, but right now we're focused on the 3 matchups we got tonight. And the first one we got is Reapers and Optic in Div E. Should be a very good matchup. I'm going to
Oh yeah.
switch to the playoff bracket here. Things I'd like to point out is probably just the way that both teams got to where they're at tonight as far as the matchup goes. So, Optic, I believe they were the 6th seed. Pegasus chose them. They beat Pegasus 4-2, then they lost to Boost Brigade 4-1, dropping them down to match J, which is the match we have tonight. And the Reapers, they lost to Burns Bumpers, but they got their revenge against Chaos Crew, um, and were able to end up here in this elimination match. So, anything else you want to point out in this bracket, Cosmic?
Honestly, unfortunate that we are in an elimination game, but a lot of the line here, I'm sure this game's gonna be very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, you only have 3 teams that make it to land. Everybody's got to go home at some point, unfortunately. There's no way around it. So it sucks that it happens, but yeah, I guess that is a good note from the Last Supper in chat. I believe that the other game on the other side, yeah, Burns Bumpers and Pegasus just finished up, and it was a 4-0 win for Burns Bumpers, which is who Reapers already played in Match D. So that would be interesting to see. But without further ado, we're going to jump into stats, starting with the division stats. Is there anything you see here, Cosmic, that you'd like to point out between these teams?
Well, honestly, other than Optic leading the league in saves with a 3.11, there's not really a whole lot that stands out. The Reapers and Optic are honestly such a very close team in terms of stats.
Yeah, I'd have to say so too. The only thing that's interesting to me is if you look at the win percent from both of these teams, they may both have the same record, but Reapers have an 8% higher win percentage. So it's kind of interesting to see that. But beyond that, there's not really anything else that I see that's really different from both of these teams. So we're going to jump into the stats for Reapers. We got Crazy Ike, Gamer Guy, and Mediocre Joker. Crazy Ike and Gamer Guy, better known as Pumpkinhead. They're both right around the same 0.8 goals per game mark. They're both pretty sharp shooters, with Pumpkinhead with a 39% and Crazy Ike with a 30%. I mean, beyond that, all the players are averaging somewhere around the save per game. But seems like you're gonna be expecting a lot of shots from Crazy Ike and Gamer Guy, and the Mediocre Joker's just a solid third on support. So that's all I'm really seeing here.
Yeah, nothing of note coming from my end.
Yeah, for sure. We can jump into the Optic stats now.
Yeah, so checking over at the Optic side, we have Be the Gearist, I want to say that's how you say it.
Yeah, it is.
Chemic and Springtrap with Be the Gearist actually having the league leading saves per game, which honestly might be the reason why that they are just wow. I kind of lost my thought there, but obviously that's the reason why they're league leading. But other than that, Chemic, I've been seeing him a lot in Sixers. I'm sure both teams are gonna play pretty good. Chemic and Be the Gearist having the same goals is actually kind of crazy. Those two kind of looking to be the star players of this team with Springtrap. Not necessarily behind, but if we can see just a little bit more from him and see a more rounded Optic team, I think they might have what it takes to take the series.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, both teams have very similar numbers between their first, second, and third. I think if you compared them directly, it would be super close. So it's kind of interesting to see that both of these teams are kind of laid out the same way.
Oh yeah.
We're getting the players into the lobby. Cosmic, I don't see you online. Are you in Rocket League yet?
Oh, let me boot it up here
All
real
good.
quick.
All good. No worries. I believe we're
Not a
just waiting on
DCRL.
you, so.
Well, it's not a DCRL stream if it isn't a little scuff.
Yep.
Alright, I should be joining in here.
Alright.
I'm gonna stop the button, bro.
Yep. I gotcha. It should be a close one, though. So before we actually jump into the game, though, I forgot we should do predictions. What's your thoughts for how the series is going to go?
Honestly, like you said before, both teams are kind of evenly matched. One side having being more of a shot-sided team, with the other being more of a save-heavy team. I can honestly see this series going both ways, but because I've seen Kemek the most in Sixers grinding away, I'm sure him and his team have been playing a lot. I'm gonna have to go with Optic here with a series score of 4-3, solely because of how close both teams are.
Yeah, very, very valid from you there. I think I'm going to have to go against you and go Reapers in 7. But I think it's going to be a very close series. I think it's ultimately going to come out to who's playing better today. As a lot of teams or series this close end up being. Just who's playing better on a given day, so. But yeah, without further ado, I believe we're going to get into this game. All right. Let me turn off my Spotify.
Starting off the game here, Be the Gearus with an unfortunate 50 as Springtrap able to get the ball up in the air, cut off by Pumpkinhead. A little bit of a double commit there coming from Kemek. Kemek able to get it around the corner, unable to get it a little bit further downfield as Being the Gearus, hopefully he's trying to look for a clear here, gets it past one, unable to get past the other, it looks like.
Go for it, Tony, go for it.
Mediocre Joke trying to pass it mid, gets stopped in his tracks by Springtrap as Crazy Ike goes for the shot, saved by Be the Gearist. A lot of aerial play coming from Div E. I'm loving what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, Div E has been honestly surprisingly good. Like, I don't want to say that in a bad way, but the level of skill has improved so much, I believe, that it's like I would have never expected the lowest tier in DCRL
Tony, clear it.
to look this good
nice. Follow.
with aerial skills and to be so competent in the air.
Oh, right there,
So that is certainly something to point out. Be the Greers is going to start the scoring here for this Optic team, taking his team up 1-0
I'm so
here.
sorry I missed you, but dude,
Unfortunate plays happening in front of the goal here, but Be the Gearist able to find where he needs to be, slotting it in here as we're heading into the second kickoff of today's game. A little bit of a wonky kickoff there.
all good. Just fall back. I'll collect. Oh, nice one. Nice pinch there, Tony.
We'll see what Kemet can do in the air. Be the Greerist is going to try to go for this ball. Crazy Ike's just going to try to control this one. Pumpkinhead's going to go for this ball.
Yup, nice.
He's going to go again.
I'm in net, don't worry.
Mediocre Joker's
yeah, I know
unfortunate miss
Joker.
there.
You know
Crazy
what it
Ike
does.
is going to try to control this one in the corner. I'm liking the pressure I'm seeing from Optic so far, though, I can't lie.
All good.
Yeah, from such a defensive-heavy team, looking at the stats-wise, the polarity of them having the pressure is really surprising as Be the Gearist going for a shot, able to get it over both, ending up with a pretty nice aerial, honestly.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. I'm trying to fix an error, so that's why I'm...
Oh, no, you're
Not
good,
an
you're
accident
good.
if we got the goal.
For some reason, they can hear Kemek on stream.
Oh, that's a
Why that is, I have no idea, so...
That's unfortunate, but a little bit of a pinch going mid. Be the Gearist unable to find the shot, cleared away over by Meteor Joker as Kemek coming in hot, looks to try to send it mid with Pumpkinhead getting a big clear as Springtrap trying to return one of his own, unable to find it as Be the Gearist putting it downfield. That could be a dangerous ball. Gets cleared away by Crazy Yike. Pumpkinhead gets it downfield. Crazy Yike taking control on the Optic Gamer side. Gets bumped trying to take it up the wall. Big demo coming from Pumpkinhead as Be the Gearist is able to hopefully try to get a big clear here.
Yeah, Reapers find themselves in their own end again. Chemic's just going to keep the pressure going here. Mediocre Joker's caught a little awkward net. Crazy Ike is going to make the save and hit it out to the side of the field, the left side. Pumpkinhead's going to try to control this one, just hits it away. And Crazy Ike, no boost, is going to have to hit this one. Mediocre Joker's there with a bit of a double commit. You hate to see it, but Crazy Ike's going to try to just hit this one, bring it mid. Chemic is not able to hit the ball there. Crazy Ike's going to try to tap it around one. Not able to. And Pumpkinhead going in reverse there for a second. But yeah, both teams are kind of just hitting the ball around. It's not really staying on one team's side a lot longer than the other right now.
Say that as Crazy Ike tries to get a shot on there, unable to find the shot as we get a little bit of a clear coming from Chemic, putting it mid, hoping to find Be the Gearist, gets cleared away by Mediocre Joke as Be the Gearist tries to get another shot, not quite on target, puts it mid again, hoping to find his teammate. Chemic with the unfortunate whiff as Crazy Ike chooses to take possession. Slotted away by Be the Gearist as he's looking to get a big clear mid off the backboard, but no teammates to be found.
Yeah, and Mediocre Joker's going to try to hit this one out mid for a teammate, but Crazy Ike's not able to stay there as he gets demoed on the play. As Be the Gearist is trying to just bring that one out to the Reaper's end. Can't quite find it. You see all three Reapers players kind of bunched up in the same spot. That is never something you really want to see. The more space you can give your teammates, generally the better, especially at the lower levels like Div E, but didn't really hurt them there as they still have some pressure on Optic as Crazy Ike's just going to try to control this one. He has a lot of control there in the air, but goes for the 50th Chemic and not quite able to. I think that's just about wraps for game one.
Unfortunate ending here for game one, but it looks like Crazy Ike is starting to feel himself, getting a little bit warm, maybe getting a goal for the road. Unable to, gets cleared away by Be the Gearist as we see Optic taking game number one.
Yeah, they take game one pretty decisively, 2-0, but both of their goals were scored by Be the Gearist, and you see an unfortunate 46 points coming out from Springtrap.
Yeah, like I said, if we can see Mediocre Joker or Springtrap kind of bring the heat here, it kind of depends on which one can kind of get warmed up first to hopefully gain as much momentum as they can.
Yeah, 100%, but Be the Gearist kind of just came out and played faster than Reapers and scoring both goals. Chemic had both assists. We see 7 shots from Optic compared to the 4 from Reapers, but Crazy Ike with 64 touches. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, game one, we say this every time. I have yet to say it, but game one's always kind of a feeler game. So it's one of those where you kind of have to figure out how both teams, or how the other team's going to play, and adjust to it on the fly a bit. You can prepare yourself to play a certain team, but even with how much preparation you might have, they might still play a different way. So it's one of those where you kind of got to get back into the feel of a playoff series.
It really is, as Chemic gets a big aerial, as Springtrap able to follow, unable to get a make as Crazy Ike intercepts the play. Be the Gearist keeping up the pressure. Very surprising, honestly. I wasn't expecting so much pressure coming from this Optic team.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think I was either. They've came out pretty hot so far. I mean, they've scored the only 2 goals in the series, so If they can keep it up, they're well on their way to a series win, but obviously that's not quite how Rocket League works, as things change throughout the course of the series. So, Be the Greers with a great pass out mid. I really like that pass. It was to Chemic, but unfortunately, I believe there were 2 Reapers defenders in the net, but there were not 2 Reapers defenders in net for that one.
The Gears with a powerful slide down midfield to give themselves the first goal of the game, as we're looking at a pretty, I wouldn't say one-sided match, but Optic seems to be having almost all of the momentum yet again in game number 2. As I say that, a shot going a little bit wide coming from Pumpkinhead as Crazy Ike tries to keep the play going as Chemic hoping to find a teammate, unable to. Crazy Ike unable to get the touch mid, but Mediocre is there to assist, hopefully finding Crazy Ike. An unfortunate 50. Breathe the Gears chasing down the ball. Chemic putting it mid. Could be a little bit awkward as there's such a big clear coming from Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, we'll see what the Reapers can do now. Crazy Ike's going to take the ball up the sidewall, try to hit it again here. Gets the full boost. There's one that went flying by. He's going to try to cut this one around, but gets demoed for his efforts. This Mediocre Joker's just going to flip right past it. This one's going to get 50'd out to the side where Chemic is going to hit it back mid to a teammate. Be the Greer's his captain. He's just going to opt to boom it down the field. We'll see what happens in the corner here. This one's going to go straight around to the other side. Crazy Ike now with the follow-up. He's going to try to control this one. Cuts it in here. Gets it over the last defender. It's a wide open shot for Reapers.
Mediocre Joke trusting their teammates to hopefully find a pass mid, as Crazy Ike is able to just outplay this Optic side here for them to tie up the score.
Yeah, it's a tie game now in game 2. It's anybody's game so far. I believe for Reapers, this was more or less what they needed, because it was getting to the point where if you can't score within the first 2 games, it's just not going good for you. You got to have something, and you got to start somewhere. So scoring a goal there was great for their momentum, but as I say that, Chemic's going to come in and put this one through the back of the net.
A lot of big booms coming from this Optic side. Kind of puts Reapers in an awkward position. And that kind of what resulted in that 3rd goal there. As we're headed off the pitch here, Pumpkinhead gets kicked off by 2 people. Was not expecting that.
So yeah, it was certainly an interesting strategy for sure. I know I've tried to do some interesting kickoff strats at times with my teams in Dcrl before, but I don't know if we've ever had 2 people go for the ball and actually hit it. So it might have just been a miscommunication, or maybe it was intentional, but I can tell you what, that save from Chemic was definitely intentional. But that shot's just going to go in. Reapers are finding some good pressure here.
Yeah, Mediocre Joke just seems to, Mediocre Joker just seems to be in the right place at the right time, as he's able to yet again tie up the score 2-2.
Yeah, for sure. That's sometimes what you need, though. Just being in the right place at the right time can help you out a lot more than being good at times. Like, I mean, there's always a phrase, you'd rather be lucky than good. And it seems to be maybe what Reapers are having happen right now, but nonetheless, I mean, it's 2 goals, so you can't argue that. So I'm just saying so much. Words are hard.
Words are hard indeed, as Be the Gearist goes up in the air, trying to hopefully send it down the Reaper's field, as Chemic puts it in the corner, almost with a double tap. Be the Gearist, not the best touch in the world, but not the worst, as Pumpkinhead's able to get it past one. Chemic, the clear that Optic side needed, as Mediocre Joker is able to send it yet again down the Optic team. That could be a shot opportunity. 50 by Optic, as Pumpkinhead a little bit wide. Pumpkinhead's been having a lot of opportunities to shoot, but unfortunately they've been just a little bit wide.
Yeah, it's a great point from you regarding the shooting of Pumpkinhead, but that one, he's just going to fly right by the ball. Mediocre Joker's going to try to boom it upfield, get it out. This Crazy Ike's just going to opt to boom it away as well. He's looking for one more, can't quite find it. Actually, he can, I guess. I was just misreading it, but that is a crazy goal from Crazy Ike to put them up with 2 seconds left in game 2.
Yeah, such an unfortunate touch from what looks to be from Springtrap, sending that ball mid where Crazy Ike's just able to keep the pressure. I don't want to say this game is wrapped in a nice little bow, but it looks like Reapers might be taking game number 2 as the ball is up in the air. As Kemet gets a touch, Pumpkinhead slams it to the ground, giving Reapers the second game of the series.
Yeah, they certainly needed this bounce back game. It wasn't looking too hot at the beginning, I'm not going to lie, but they turned it around. I mean, they came out with the win. Mediocre Joker with 2 goals, 342 points, but both Pumpkinhead and Crazy Ike with a save. I think all around, or with an assist, I think all around they played a much better game as a team. And you could say the same thing about Optic, to be honest, too. But Reapers come out on top.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Alright, well, we're going to get into game 3 here. Is there anything you're seeing from either of these teams that you think they should change up?
Honestly, this goes for both teams, but there's a lot of big clears happening almost, not every second, but like whenever it's on their side and there's big clears. As I say that, Crazy Ike with a beautiful shot up top, able to get it past 2 defenders.
Yeah, it's a nice, powerful shot, top shelf.
Powerful indeed, giving us an early goal here in game number 3, but as I was saying, there's a lot of big clears coming from both teams, and something I seem to be noticing is that the second and third man just seem to be a little bit too close to each other, and being that close to each other and the ball can often result in the ball just going straight over your head and into your net, as we get a almost shot coming from Kemet, cleared away by Crazy Ike, because Mediocre Joker gets it over Optic. Like I said here, I think third man was just a little bit too far up, and Mediocre Joker is just able to bounce it right over him for the second goal of the game.
Yeah, that just looked like an unfortunate one, whereas last man you have to challenge at some point. But Mediocre Joker is just able to read when Springtrap was going and hit it around him for the goal. It's a very good point. Positioning is huge in Rocket League. I'd argue being able to position is potentially more important than having good mechanics. If you're not at the right place at the right time, your mechanics aren't going to be able to show up, and you're not going to be able to do what you want to do. So it's a very good point. The spacing between all these players and having the second and third man up too far can be very devastating. As Pumpkinhead's going to try to slot that one home, can't quite get it, and Crazy Ike, where is this onslaught of Reapers pressure coming from?
Could just be the message that Optic were trying to send, saying, hey, we're not just a defensive team, we can score too. But Optic says, no way, Jose, we are just as defensive, if not more.
Yeah, 100%. I was not expecting all of a sudden just 3 quick goals back to back to back from Reapers within the first minute. I think this is a crazy turnaround from what we've seen from Reapers so far in this series, and I guess it just highlights how much the series can change throughout just the 7 games that we have. As Crazy Ike's just going to try to take this one off the wall, gets a double tap of it there. Pumpkinhead's just going to hit this one towards the net. Springtrap's going to hit the post, which is a little unfortunate, but Springtrap's just going to boom this one. We'll see what Crazy Ike can do. Hits it around Kemet. Has a lot of boost, but okay, now he's going to go. That was a little hard to read, but Crazy Ike's just kind of just hitting the ball around wherever he wants. He's just everywhere so far.
Yeah, oh, a bit of an unfortunate whiff coming from Pumpkinhead. Crazy Ike just a little bit too far up, but he has a decent amount of space to kind of take control as he brings it up the wall. Crazy Ike, honestly, it's kind of, kind of, cool to see Div E players going for air dribbles and stuff, and with Crazy Ike, he just seems to be incredibly consistent going for these. Little bit of an awkward touch mid there as Crazy Ike. Zero boost, gonna have to go for the 50. Gets a good 50 off of Chemic. Might result in a goal, but Chemic with a backboard defense.
Yeah, it was some great backboard defense there. I don't know what I was quite expecting, but it wasn't bad. It was some great plays there, but as we're talking about great plays, I love this play from Crazy Ike. Coming around, rotating to going first, man. Getting the ball around Springtrap and scoring this one bottom left corner to put the Reapers up 4-0. It's just a crazy difference from what we saw in games 1 and 2.
Crazy difference indeed, but the stats did say that Reapers were the more offensive heavy team, as Dcrl is trying to send it mid. Maybe he can find a teammate. Springtrap with the demo and the oh wait, no. Pumpkinhead with the demo, but either way, he gets a goal for his troubles, giving a little bit of hope here for this Optic team.
Yeah, it's a great shot from Springtrap. I believe it went crossbar and in, so makes it a little bit tougher to save if it hits the crossbar and goes in. Whenever I hit a shot that's barred down, it's typically about the best I can place it, so it's a great shot from Springtrap, but they still have a lot of distance to go in order to really turn this game around, you know, still being down 3. So, obviously getting 1 is a great start, but when you're down 4-1, there's so much more work to be done.
A lot of ground to keep up. If we could just see just a little bit more pressure coming from this Optic team, that ground can easily be made as swift as something. I don't really know where I was going there, but you guys kind of get the point that I was trying to make.
Yeah, casting is hard. Sometimes you try to think of an analogy and all of a sudden it just completely leaves your mind, but this one, we're seeing a bit of Optic pressure here. Crazy Ike's a little awkward on the backboard, gets a 50 there, is gonna go around in another circle on the backboard. Ops to control it. I love when players control the ball, especially at this level. A lot of times, it might be the better strat to boom the ball away to the other team and make them deal with it. Like what we see there, Chemic had a great opportunity at a shot. But the more and more you can control the ball, I feel like the more and more beneficial it can become. Where if you can just control the ball and then read the opponent super well, then you can do a lot with the ball, and I love to see that here. But that was a quick 30-second rant. Should get back to the game. We got 5 seconds left here, as Game 3 should all but do it here, because the 3-goal lead is just way too much to come back from in such a short time. Reapers going to go up 2-1 in the series. I'm liking this new Reapers team that I'm seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, Reaper certainly lit a fire under them. Crazy Yike coming in with the hat trick. 3 for 3 is very impressive here.
All right, we do get a timeout from Optic here. Which, to be fair, I probably would have suggested to take a timeout there too. So, it's kind of the general philosophy around Dcrl, is to take a timeout when you've lost 2 games in a row. So, that's exactly what happened here. Yeah, no, it's a great game from Reapers, though. They got their get back. Crazy Ike, 634 points, 3 goals, 2 saves, 3 shots. It's a very great stat line. I mean, Pumpkinhead and Mediocre Joker were playing pretty well themselves too. So they got their get back, and hopefully they can continue to keep that going for the rest of the series. But Okay. We had players joining, and I'm like, no, 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 no. It's a timeout. Yeah, so timeouts typically ice the other team more than the words. You take them to hopefully get give your team an advantage, kind of slow down the pace and reset the game. But I was just waiting on Crazy Ike to get back.
Yeah, but honestly, taking a timeout, yeah, you kill the momentum, but you also kind of want to take that time to figure out like who's like the star, who has been like the star players of this match, and if they can find a way to shut down Crazy Ike, I think Optic has this series in the bag.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest thing for Optic so far, I believe, is just being able to shut down Crazy Ike. Something they haven't quite been able to do yet, as I forget that I have to switch it back to the game manually on the overlay. That's my bad. Didn't miss much, though. Right away, the game starting here. We'll see Dcrl try to take a shot on net. Crazy Ike's there to hit it around. We'll see what Crazy Ike can do, but Kamek is just going to beat him to the ball there. That Springtrap's going to hit this one back mid. We're just seeing the ball go into the corner, out of the corner, into the corner, out of the corner, into the corner, out of the corner. And then out to the other corner. But the corner is one of the safest spots for the ball at this level, at least. So.
Yeah, a little bit of touch and go coming from the corner as Dcrl tries to get a pinch mid. Kamek with an unfortunate misplay as Crazy Ike once again taking possession, forcing the 50 out of Dcrl. But two players being just a little bit too close, unable to get an opportune positioning for a touch as Dcrl goes up in the air, maybe a double tap off the backboard. Springtrap also off the backboard as Kamek gets a nice shot in there. Beautiful team play coming from them. Beautiful pressure.
Yeah, it's a great pass and a great shot. You know, we talk about the aerial plays and how they might not be completely down yet for these players, but everybody on that play just looked so good from Optic there. And as I've mentioned before, just the level of Div is something that always surprises me whenever I watch a Div game. But we'll see what Crazy Ike can do as he's trying to just get a hit on the ball. This Mediocre Joker's going to hit this one out mid. Dcrl is going to be able to get a touch. This one's going to go to Kamek, who's going to hit it out mid, but Crazy Ike's there for the save. So see Crazy Ike control this on the wall. He's going to try to dribble it, maybe flick it around one, but Dcrl is going to be there for a great save.
Dcrl getting it past one as Pumpkinhead is able to intercept the almost goal coming from this Optic team as Crazy Ike takes it up the wall, finds Pumpkinhead as we get a bit of a challenge coming from Kamek as the ball is sent down the Reaper's corner by Dcrl. Gets it over the Reaper's team, but a little bit too hard of a touch to hopefully find a teammate. Once again, we're seeing this touch and go coming from the corner, but as I say that, a little bit of a pass coming from Pumpkinhead, not quite what you were wanting to look for, as Dcrl, a little bit of a shot opportunity gets cut away by Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, Kamek's going to keep this one in the Reaper's side. Right now, if you're the Reapers, I think you just got to get the ball out of your half and relieve the pressure a little bit, because Optic has been relentless so far, and I think that's exactly what they do here. As Pumpkinhead, oh my goodness, it was such a great opportunity, but
Just a little bit high in a Mediocre Joker shot. Just a little bit to the right. It's super unfortunate for this Reapers team. It just kind of looks like they can't catch a break right now.
Oh, they can, as Kamek puts another shot on target, gets saved by Mediocre Joker, as Dcrl is trying to send it downfield. Pumpkinhead with a beautiful shot. That could be a little bit of an awkward ball, as Springtrap, their saving grace, gets a good clear downfield as Be the Gear with a bounce shot. Almost a save coming from Crazy Ike, but not enough, unfortunately, for Optic to bring the score up 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it should have been a save almost, like a little bit of a pinch in the top left corner there, but it indeed does not look like that is what happened, as that one's going to go in. It's a great play from Optic. We see them with a 2-goal lead now, so they just got to keep it, but we'll see if they want to keep applying a lot of pressure onto this Reapers team, as that seems like that's been the biggest thing that's kind of changed in this game.
The Gears once again putting it down mid, setting up his teammates, but it gets cleared away by the Reapers as see a shot attempt coming from Joker, unable to get the touch that she wanted here as Pumpkinhead tries to keep up the pressure, gets cleared away by Optic as we see Crazy Ike getting full boost here, maybe a little bit of opportunity, gets denied by Chemic as Mediocre Joker with a shot gets denied by Chemic. Yet again, Chemic just going on a rampage here with the demos. That includes his teammates, apparently.
Yeah, Mediocre Joker's going to try to take a 50 with Springtrap. Doesn't quite get it to go the way that she wants. And Optic's just on offense again. They've really seemed to just be on offense almost this whole game 4. And as I said, that's the biggest factor, I believe, so far. Is being able to put so many shots and so much unrelenting pressure on the other team. Can be so huge in a game. As Crazy Ike goes up for that ball, hits it right back to Optic, and Mediocre Joker as the last man is just gonna hit this one out mid. Get a little bit of a touch on it, but I think that's gonna do it for game 4.
An unfortunate outcome coming here for Reapers as Dcrl gets a nice pinch to hopefully kill the game. Mediocre Joker keeping it up, maybe one for the road, but it's knocked down by Optic.
Yeah, Optic are going to bring this series back to a tie game, if you will. With their
2-0 win in Game 4. Be the Greers, 438 points, 1 goal, 4 shots. Doing a lot of it for his team again, but Chemic also scoring a goal as well. The only thing I really see here is just Chemic with 4 demos. He must have been a menace on the field during this game.
Menace indeed, but just want to bring attention to Reapers. Only 1 shot. It's kind of unfortunate, but you can kind of see where that's coming from, as there's just so much pressure coming from this Optic team that they really didn't have a whole lot of opportunities to get shots, as most of the time they're just left trying to clear the ball and keep it away from their net.
Yeah, if you're this Reapers team, I think you just have to get the ball out of your half, and I think that's where you start in game 5 here. Just, you can't really expect to come out on top if you're not able to get the ball out of your half and, you know, apply an equal amount of pressure onto the other team.
Heading into game number 5 here. Both teams even in games taking, as Be the Gearist gets cut off by Crazy Ike. Chemic with a huge save as Be the Gearist bumps Ike a little bit. Ball gets sent downfield. That's an open neck. Chemic starting off the game hot, bringing up Optic up by 1.
Yeah, and that's just an unfortunate miss, but one that Reapers definitely wish they could get back. As Optic's going to start out up 1-0 here super early in game 5. Just very unfortunate here, but if you're Reapers, you can't let that chalk your mental. And you just got to get one back right away. So we'll see if they're able to do that, but Reapers as a whole have been pretty silent ever since that timeout. They had a statement in game 3, but they've been pretty quiet ever since then. So they got to turn this one around and start to turn it around quickly, as Crazy Ike booms that one out to the Optic half, and it's just going to get sent right back to the Reapers half. Mediocre Joker's going to go for a follow-up, gets it around 1, and Pumpkinhead's going to boom this one up the back wall and go for a 50. So it's going to stay out on the right side. Crazy Ike's gonna play another 50. This one's out mid, but nobody's really there from Reapers to get a shot on in time.
A little bit of a boost steal coming from Crazy Ike as the ball gets sent towards the Reaper's corner. Taking possession, a little bit of a pull shot coming from Pumpkinhead. Not quite what you need. We gotta learn to trust our teammates here as Mediocre Joker is able to send it downfield. Not a lot of power as the ball is sent mid yet again. Springtrap unable to find the shots. Mediocre Joker with full boost. Let's see if we can get a play happening. Good flick. Unfortunately, she couldn't get into the net there as it's cleared away yet again by Optic.
Yeah, we see Springtrap going around trying to hit the ball out. Mediocre Joker's gonna 50 it with Chemic. His Pumpkinhead's up in the air to hit that one to the side. Springtrap goes flying right by. Crazy Ike's gonna try to get a 50. This one drops down, and nobody's there from the Reapers to capitalize on it. This Chemic is gonna try to go for that one. Same with Mediocre Joker. Neither of them find a touch. This Crazy Ike just gonna get a 50. This one's gonna pop out to the right side. We'll see if anybody's there from Reapers. We see Pumpkinhead go for a demo. Gets one, but all of a sudden I really don't see a third man for Reapers, so this could be a bit of a bad situation, but Team Stave rotated around in time.
Could be the nerves, honestly. Kind of making them play a little bit safe here, but playing safe is not what we need as we need to tie this game up to have a chance of bringing this series back. As Be the Gearist, so the shot on target gets saved by Crazy Ike. A little good boost steal there, but Chemic unable to find the challenge, but gets cleared away by Springtrap. A little bit more touch and go action here in the corner, but Chemic sends it mid. Awkward 50. Springtrap shot a little bit wide as Mediocre Joker sends it down the way.
Yeah, I see Crazy Ike hitting this one out to the right side. He's going to try to follow it up, and so will Pumpkinhead. All of a sudden, Mediocre Joker is the last one back. Gets a great bump to buy Crazy Ike a little bit more time as this 50 is going to go in a favorable direction for Reapers. And Crazy Ike's just going to score it.
Huge 50 coming from this Reaper side as that's really what we needed here for them to hopefully gain back some momentum to quell this fire coming from Optic.
Yeah, and that they do. I mean, they bring it back to a tie game, but I feel like they still need to just alleviate the pressure a little bit more from this Optic team, as it has seemed to be pretty overwhelming, all things considered, throughout the series. But I think they're coming back. The timeout cooled them down a little bit, but they're starting to heat up again. I believe that's kind of what we're seeing here.
Yeah, both teams playing it a little bit slower for what it seems, as shot almost on target. Chemic banging it downfield on a little bit of an unfortunate whiff coming from Springtrap as Crazy Ike gets a free touch, maybe an air dribble opportunity. Unable to get the carry as a little bit of an awkward positioning here, but an open net coming from the Reaper side as Chemic is able to take advantage of it. And it's really unfortunate if you're a Reaper fan.
Yeah, we saw all three of them congregate in that top right corner, and it's just not what you need. As I believe now, both of Optic's goals have really just came from open nets, so that's something they got to really clean up here. But, 50 seconds, still plenty of time to get another one. And as I say that, Pumpkinhead's going to slam that one bottom left corner to make this a tie game.
The fast answer compared to last game as they're able to tie it up here. 50 seconds, a little under 50 seconds left. This game can go either way as both teams seem to be applying pressure now. One not wanting to give up a score to the other.
Yeah, we'll see Reapers trying to push the ball on offense. Pumpkinhead trying to slot that one bottom right, not quite able to find it. This Mediocre Joker's gonna 50 this one out middle. Springtrap is able to boom it away. All three Reapers players are a little awkward here. Pumpkinhead goes for the ball, hits it, but not before a double commit happens. Pumpkin's not gonna find a touch there. Be the Gearist gonna smack it down to Chemic. This one's going to be out mid. Is anybody there from Optic? Chemic's just going to opt to go for it again, but Springtrap is going to score that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really see what happened because in the corner there you could see Be the Gurist and someone else in a Rule 1.
Yeah, nonetheless, that goal might be the dagger, or it might not. But yeah, it looks like it'll probably end up being the dagger as Chemix is trying to kill this one. And that's exactly what will happen as Optic take game 5. Yeah, Chemic, just what a game from Chemic. 738 points, 2 goals, 1 assist, 4 saves.
Yeah, this time a timeout coming from the Reaper side. Hopefully they can take this time to recoup, figure out a way to stop this momentum coming from the Optic side.
Yeah, 100%. Just, I think the biggest thing right now that they wish they could change from that game was just the open nets. It's so unfortunate when you give up 2 of them in the same game, and that's exactly what happened. But you know, nonetheless, they have to stay fighting here, as now their series life is on the line. Because if Optic takes one more game, Reaper season is over because it is an elimination match.
Yeah, the stakes are super high for this elimination match, as you can maybe kind of see it in the way that Reapers have been playing. A lot of double commits, a lot of kind of pushing up a little bit too far back, not having a third man. The pressure of just needing to score a goal looks like starting to chip away at this Reaper side.
Yeah, we see Be the Gears just join up maybe a little early, but we're going to call it good for the timeout. We're going to switch back to the game here. Yeah, game 6, Optic is on match point, so Reapers, they got nothing to lose here. They got to come out and show out. We'll see if they are able to do so. Be the Gears is going to try to control this one. Springtrap's going to hit it out towards Reaper's side. This is going to be 50'd out mid. Chemic's going to hit it out towards Pumpkinhead, who's going to opt to hit it to the right side here. As Chemic and Springtrap both a little awkward there. Mediocre Joker's going to try to find a touch out. This one's going to get out mid. Crazy Eye hesitating a little bit to commit on this one. But gets bumped. Pumpkinhead has to go. Mediocre Joker's going to try to hit it around 1. I'm liking the pressure that I'm seeing so far from Reapers, keeping it all up in the Optic side so far, but we'll have to see if that holds up.
Yeah, big difference coming into game 6 here, as Crazy Ike is unable to put a mid, as Pumpkinhead goes for the shot opportunity, gets 50'd by Springtrap, as we see the ball head into the corner yet again. Chemic maybe looking to get a pinch, but unable to find it, as Pumpkinhead maybe with a double tap, doesn't seem to be getting it there, but as Crazy Ike gets 50, Mediocre Joker taking her time, unable to find the touch that we needed, or she needed. Springtrap also unable to find the touch that they needed, as there's just a lot of pressure again coming from this Optic team.
Yeah, Optic, they're turning around, trying to just put a lot more pressure on this. They seem to notice that that's what works for them as a team. This Pumpkinhead's just going to try to tap that one around, can't quite find it. And it's just going to sit there waiting for a shot, but it's a great save, and Reaper's going to come out of that one unscathed for the time being, but obviously the ball is still in their half, so anything can happen.
Yeah, this Optic pressure is just suffocating this Reaper team, as Crazy Eye trying to get it downfield, but it gets 50 into the Reaper's half yet again, as Pumpkinhead, not quite the touch he maybe was looking for, as the ball gets hit to the corner. A little bit of a whiff coming from Crazy Eye, looking a little bit awkward, forcing Mediocre Joker to make the desperation save. Pass mid coming from Be the Gurist, unable to find a teammate.
Yeah, Pumpkinhead's just going to try to tap this one around. Crazy Ike's going to follow it up. Be the Gears is just going to try to catch it a little bit. Crazy Ike. Just going to wait in the corner, get this one back, maybe on a back pass. He's going to go for a pretty ill-advised 50, I would say, but doesn't hurt them just yet. It's a great touch back to the other corner here. Chemic's just going to try to boom it. Mediocre Joker's going to try to follow up. Crazy Ike now pushing forward, tries to get another touch on it, gets the 50. This one's going to go out to the corner. So far, we've seen a bit of a stalemate, 0-0 here in this game 6, but I think whoever wins this game is going to be the first one to score.
Yeah, a little bit more space come from, and as I say that, Chemic gets the touch over Pumpkinhead, giving Optic the lead here.
Yeah, right as I speak, a goal gets scored. Yeah, so it's a 1-0 game here for Optic. They just gotta hold on to this lead to take the series. So the Reapers now, it's now or never. Gotta keep going, and you gotta keep pushing for another goal. Springtrap almost finds that one. Mediocre Joker's just gonna pop this one up. Try to go for a demo, can't quite find it. This Chemic is gonna try to follow this one up. Crazy Ike is gonna hit that one. Get it around 2. 50 the last one. Pumpkinhead's gonna push up. Try to get this one in a shootable place for his team. He's gonna follow this one up, hit it out mid. Chemic's there to catch it. We now have 1 minute remaining in this elimination match.
A little bit of a unfortunate positioning here coming from Springtrap, but Crazy Ike is able to tie the game up here with a minute left down on the clock.
Yeah, that's huge for Reapers. I apologize for my lack of a reaction. I'm kind of tired right now. I'm not gonna lie, but that is it's a huge shot from the Reapers. You know, you're in game 6, down a game. You know, match point, it's absolutely huge to tie it right back up with less than a minute remaining, but you know, they still have to be very careful. It's not a lead, so if Optic is able to find another one, it'll once again put the Reapers at risk of being eliminated.
Yeah, scoring a goal there when they did was very crucial, because if you didn't find a goal any sooner, that might have been their opportunity at land. But a shot opportunity come from Mediocre Joker. Down a little bit of rough play coming from Pumpkinhead as we see overtime here in game number 6.
Yeah, overtime. Yeah, it's an elimination game. So if Optic finds a goal here, it's the end of Reaper's season. We just want to make that clear for any of the people watching. Crazy Ike is going to try to hit that one out to the side. As this one's going to roll in, Springtrap's able to score it, and Optic takes the series in 6.
Very unfortunate. Such an awkward roll off the ceiling there. Mediocre Joker, I don't think she was prepared for a touch like that. I don't think anyone was prepared for a touch like that, but Springtrap seizing the opportunity, able to close off this series 4-2, going Optic's way.
Yeah, it's a great game from Optic. Chemic, 382 points, 1 goal, and Springtrap with the dagger of a goal there at the end. It's a great series from both teams. I want to say congratulations to the Reapers for a great great season. They played their hearts out in this series, and they had a great run to get to this point. But Optic are going to come out on top. We'll get them in here for a winner's interview. All right, congrats to you three for another win here in the playoffs, advancing into, I believe, the losers semis. How does it feel?
Great. Amazing. Right now.
We're hyped.
Just say it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, I was wondering where you
man,
guys were.
Dude, we were popping off in our Discord call, but
True.
like we've gained a lot of composure. So
Yeah, no, that's fair. You guys played a great series. Do you believe that your timeout after, I believe it was Game 3, really turned around the series in your favor?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I was gonna say, I mean, it's
Definite
pretty
back.
obvious the answer to that, I guess, after I thought about it.
Because, I mean, you guys went 3 back-to-back-to-back, games 4, 5, and 6. Let's say, is there any specific play style you guys are trying to play against Reapers in particular? Or are you guys kind of just playing your same game that you've been playing all season?
I feel like we've kind of turned it around a little bit because I know pre-playoffs we were doing like that 2-man up, 1-man kind of sitting back. But once kind of playoffs started, we've switched to a 3-man rotation, and that's been going really, really well for us.
Yeah, I was going to say you guys have had a lot of success so far. Cosmic, do you have any questions for these guys?
Yeah, Chemic playing out of your mind for this series. Just a lot of speed coming from there. A lot of pressure. What would you say like kind of contributed to like this like rapid improvement?
I would say Sixers, to be honest. That how much I mean, getting just experience in that higher level gameplay kind of just puts me in a position to like, oh, I recognize that it's high, I have the speed, I have the boost, I can just kind of do whatever I want.
That's a good point. I guess be the Greerist, the captain of this team. Is there anything you guys are looking to do in particular against, I believe it's Burns Bumpers that you play next in the playoffs?
I mean, nothing too specific. We just gotta keep up our rotation and stuff and keep playing with each other to keep the chemistry going. Because when we stop playing with each other, the chemistry gets lost and it gets rough sometimes. So we just gotta keep it up.
Fair enough, fair enough. Cosmic, you got any other questions for these boys before you send them on their way?
Um, yeah, last question here. Springtrap, r- wrapping up this game in a beautiful bow. Like, like, tell me what you were thinking that those last like 10 seconds when you just like slotted that ball into the Reaper's net.
Okay, so I saw an opening in, I believe, the last 3 seconds. I believe a person missed the save, so that's what opened up the goal. Took action on that. So
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, well, with that, wish you guys good luck with the rest of your playoff run here. You have one more game to win before we potentially see you guys at land. So, wish you guys good luck on that and great series tonight. So, you guys played out of your mind.
Sweet,
Thank you guys for casting.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, well, that will do it for our first game of the series here. Or not first game of the series. First series of the night. Reaper's Optic. Optic take it 4-2. I appreciate you hopping on the casting desk with me, Cosmic. It's always a good time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You got any last thoughts before we send it to an intermission?
Um, make sure you drink water. And your nose is itchy.
What?
Guarantee you, everyone on the stream just felt their nose being itchy.
Well, with that being said, we're going to toss it to a quick intermission. I'll see you guys on the other end of it.